going to solve a problem number 696, that is count binary substrings. So we are given a string S. We have to count the number of non-empty contiguous substrings that have the same number of zeros and ones, and all the zeros and all the ones in these substrings are grouped consecutively. Okay, and substrings that occur multiple times are counted the number of times they occur. That means if the substring is occurring like multiple times, then we have to include it in the answer as well. So here, as you can see in the example, 0 1 and 0 1 are occurring multiple times, and still it is counted in the answer. So let's see how to get around it. Let's get the intuition first. So suppose we are given the substring 0 and 1. So here the count of number of zeros and number of ones are 1 and 1, and so only one substring can be found. One such substring can be found. Similarly, if we are given say 0 0 1 1, then the count of consecutive zeros and consecutive ones are 2 and 2. So the number of substrings that can be found are 2, and these substrings are 0 0 1 1 0 1. Yeah, that's it. So these two are there. Okay, similarly, if we are given 3 zeros 3 ones, then the count of 0 is 3 and count of 1 is also 3. So we can say that three such substrings can be formed. So one is the original string, another is we will take 2 0 from the left side and 2 ones, and another is 0 and 1. So, and we'll take one example which does not have all the zeros and all the ones together. For example, 1 0 1 0 1 0. So here also you will be able to see that this problem is broken into this kind of sub problems. Okay, so we will have 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0. So the maximum number of substrings which we can form in this case is minimum of these two, minimum of these two, minimum of these two, minimum of these two, and minimum of these two, that is 5. Okay, so and we'll take one more example. So suppose we are given 1 1 1 0 0. So in this case, the number of ones which are together are 3, and the number of twos which are zeros that which are together are 2. So here we will get the answer as minimum of these two, that is 2. Okay, so those two substrings are 1 1 0 0 and 1 0. You cannot form any other substring with these given conditions. Okay, so what we need to do here is like count the number of consecutive ones and number of consecutive zeros and take the minimum of those zeros and ones and add it to get our answer. Okay, so one method to do is to like count all the consecutive zeros and ones into an array and take the like minimum. But we also don't need once the answer is calculated, we don't need those number of zeros or ones to be stored. Okay, so suppose if we are calculating the minimum of these two, we don't require these many variables. So at a time we only require like two, the current count and the previous count. Okay, so we don't even require array. We can just use two variables. Okay, so let's start it. So I'll create a variable which will store the length of the string. Another is current, whose value will be 1 because we'll be starting from 1 instead of 0. Okay, and another variable is previous, whose value will be 0, and we will have an answer variable as well, which we are going to return. Okay, so we will return answer. Now let's start the iteration, as I said, from the first index. Okay, So what we have to do is, if s dot char at I is equal to the previous character, okay, then we can simply increment the current. Okay, we don't have to do anything, we are just keeping the count. Else, if those two are not equal, then what we have to do is, then we have to calculate the answer. Okay, so answer will be answer plus math dot minimum of current and previous. Okay, and now our previous will become our current. Okay, and current will be initialized to 1. Why this will be initialized to 1? Because s dot character at I is not equals to -1, and it has already occurred once. So s dot character at I is represented with this current equals to 1. Okay, after this, at the end of this loop, we will have one uncalculated, like one answer which is not added to the answer. So once again we will have to calculate the minimum of those current and previous and store it in the answer. Okay, and we can return the answer, and this should be it. Let's try to run the code and see how it goes. Yeah, so it is getting accepted. Let's try another test case. Okay, looks good. So we'll submit it. Yeah, so this looks awesome. Thank you for watching.